You're listening to Sway in the morning on Shea 45.
King Louie has joined us, man. Man, this track you did with Kanye, "Send It Up," is that track was ridiculous. You know,
it was actually one of the easiest verses.
Uh huh.
You know what I'm saying? I did it in no time. You know, I was just woke up. I was then sleepy. You know what I'm saying, when I recorded it. So that's why it kind of sounds dry. But that's what they, you know what I'm saying, they was rocking with it hard. Yeah. All the bars was, you know what I'm saying, organic bars. Yeah, it's a dope verse, man. You know.
Did you? What is your writing style like? Do you use pen and pad? A lot of people try not to use the pen and the pad.
No, sometimes I do write, sometimes I don't. It's just how I be feeling at the moment. But when I'm in the studio and I know I got all the time in the world, why not just go in there and just say it exactly how you think it should be said right there at that moment, entitled to writing it down, and then the whole vibe ain't the same when you know what I'm saying, go to record it. So sometimes I like to freestyle my verse, like the drugs.
Yeah.
That was off the top.
That was off the top of the head.
Yeah.
You hear that, HB?
I do hear it, Sway, and I'm a little curious because it's two things that he said. So you mean to tell me you weren't excited about going into the studio and working with Kanye?
Yeah, I was excited, but it was just like, you know what I'm saying, I had I knew where they wanted to go with the track. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I sat down and wrote it. But on a track like Drugs, it was just like I heard the beat and then I just freestyled it. You know what I'm saying?
Freestyled it. You know, that wasn't the only thing you and Kanye did, right?
No, we did a lot of work, you know what I'm saying, on the project. I did also wrote did some writing on New Slaves. And then I did some stuff. I don't know if it's gonna ever come out, but I did some stuff for R. Kelly. He said it was for R. Kelly, so I did a lot of work out there. When I was out in Paris 3 times.
Now you did writing on New Slave. Did you write anything in that second verse?
That's why I retweeted it and put it on IG, because I feel like he was talking about me or somewhat of me too. So yeah, I felt good about him feeling that way and expressing that and letting people know, due to the fact I was part of that second verse.
You was part of what part do you remember the exact lyrics you wrote in that second verse?
We had I think I wrote like two separate bars. I'd say the C'est La Vie joint. And I forgot the other one. I got a head.
You got a head.
Louie is so crazy to me, Sway. You can't remember the rhymes that you wrote on a hot storm.
No, I do. I know them. Like when they told me like it was time to put it in paper, like what I did. Yeah, I knew it. But if I hear it, I know it. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I just can't think about it.
You know what it is, and I'm only saying this. I'm not jumping on you, but I'm only saying this because artists tend to downplay the art and the work that goes into actually sitting down and writing lyrics. You know, some people say, I don't gotta write, I just go in the studio and I spit it off the top. Some people say, like you said earlier, I did sit down and actually write. There's nothing wrong with putting the work in and writing. So it's always curious to me when I hear artists say, you know, oh, I don't remember what verse I wrote. I'm like, shit, you on a hot record, you don't remember that verse?
No, it's only 2 lines. Like I can't remember like exactly the 2 lines. It's just like I've been doing this for so long. It's like that's dope. I know "Send It Up." That's the whole song. I can tell you about the whole verse. You feel me? Yeah. It's just like I wrote a whole second verse, but it was just they only took certain parts out of that second verse. So I don't remember the entire verse.
Oh, okay.
I wrote many verses out there. For every song you probably heard on the album, I probably wrote a verse for it. Some of them just didn't make it. Some of them just didn't make it.
Because Kanye probably will take pieces, the best
pieces.
Yeah,
he take pieces for the song.
I got it.
It'd be like might be 5 people in the room, and somebody will say something, and that he'll rock with that, and then you say something, and it'll just all go together. That's why it'd be so dope, because it'd be like so many minds on one song.
So if Kanye tweeted, which he did, that the second verse from New Slave is the best verse ever written in hip-hop, then I feel like King Louie should have some credit of that verse. How do you feel?
I feel like, yeah, like, you know, but it's like what people like may have to read or something. You never know what you have to read, but if somebody told you, you would know. But if it's when it comes to like, okay, let's read and really get into it, like see what this is really about, and go over people's heads. So it's like that's been happening for years, so it's nothing new.
It's nothing new.
But just my team or whatever, just know like that's just good for the team, just to know that we were part of that project and he feels that way about it.
Yo, man, I thought I'm sorry. Go ahead, Heather B.
But then break it down for me, Louie, if you can. How does that work then? If you co-writing with someone, do you get like 50% of the song, like most people would get when they sort of co-write?
I don't get 50% of it because, like I said, I wasn't the only person writing.
Yeah.
Like if it's 10 people, like there's no way that you can get 50% of it.
Damn,
You know
so
you
each
get
person gets a percent,
Yeah.
2% since you wrote 2 lines.
Like points or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All right, there you go.
Was Kanye March Madness, Drilluminati, the motion picture? Was he familiar with a lot of your past work, or?
Yeah, he was familiar with it. Like that's why he one of my lines off of a Drilluminati. He was like he rapped it to me like he was amped to see, like it was tweaking me out. The Ye was acting like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And then he had spit a line and shit. He was like, he had Monopoly had let him hit a song. He was like, man, when I heard that line, he was like, I gotta meet him. I gotta meet this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, he was just rocking with it.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.